Lieutenant General TSA Narayanan, AVSM Commandant MCEAV, will be presenting on military applications of IoT. Shri Sajid Mukhtar, Chairman, Rotor Precision Instrument Private Limited, will deliver the last presentation on the session on drone disruption. Now I invite Colonel Anupam Tiwari to begin the session with his presentation.
Thanks, Pankaj. Is the screen visible and voice audible?
Yes, Colonel.
Good afternoon, everyone. For the next 10 minutes, I'll be speaking on a very new generation topic of technologies ecosystem, that is blockchain-enabled GIS. For the unversed, I'll spend 1 minute on what blockchain is all about. So we have got some data. We have got a function known as hash. Now, while you read the definition, in case you are unable to assimilate, hash basically means input anything, any format, any file of any kind, size, which is visible on a IT ecosystem or a cyber platform. In case you apply a hash of it, you will get something like this, what you see on the screen, 6BCEC. Now, this is the message digest. Message digest means whenever you input something, irrespective of the file size, it will always be something in this form. So for example, for this talk, text input, suppose this is the message that we have to take the hash of GIS talk on 11th August. So in case I apply a hash on this SHA-256, now there are hundreds of hash algorithms. For the sake of example, I'm taking on SHA-256. So in case I apply a hash, I'll get something like this, and this will always be 64-digit output. Now, the thing that blockchain revolves around, centers around about hash is that in case there is a modification to this sentence, GIS talk on 11th August. Now keep a watch. Now, first of all, this hash, what you see on the screen, this is absolutely unique. This hash will only be generated for this text. Even for an example, watch out here, you see August. Now, in case I make a small amendment to it, that is, I make capital T into small t, the complete hash changes. Now, I'll just take you to the back screen again. Now, this is August, T capital, and then we have got the hash. So the moment I turn this capital T into small t, the complete hash changes. Now, the hash changes has a avalanche effect. There is absolutely no similarity with this and the converted thing. So this is the peculiarity about hash. Now, getting back to the block that I had first shown you. So this is the block with some data. Let's name it number 1. We have number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the blocks go on with some kind of data inside them. And with the help of hashes, we connect them mathematically. That is to say, the block of hash 1 will be embedded in block 2. Similarly, block of hash, the hash of block 2 will be embedded in block 3, and the chain goes on. And similarly, all the blocks, they are mathematically connected. And this complete thing, the chain of blocks, what you see is blockchain. And this is one of the most raw way that somebody can define or explain what blockchain is all about. So while the focus is on blockchain enabled GIS, so blockchain is an ecosystem of technologies. It is an amalgamation of hundreds of technologies. What you see on the background of the screen just defines few of them. Next comes GIS. GIS, I'm not going to spend much time here. Now, GIS is Geographic Information System. Again, encompasses a big deal, big amount of subjects inside it. And the basic benefits of GIS includes improved communication, efficiency, better management, decision making, etc. Now, what do we actually accrue from blockchain? When I have shown you that hashes are there, immutability is there, etc., what are the gains? So first of all is immutability. Once a data is indexed inside a block, it can never be modified. Similarly, we extend beyond immutability into ownership, decentralized, better security, smart contracts, and this web of functions and web of advantages, it goes on. So what you see on the screen is literally a small part. Otherwise, there are hundreds of other advantages that we can accrue from the blockchain, any blockchain. So blockchain and GIS, they are complex systems in altogether. Now, if we speak about blockchain has got hundreds of technologies behind it, which is working to make the blockchain work. Similarly with GIS, again, GIS is something like, again, hundreds of technologies, hundreds of aggregations, and then it is combined together to form as GIS. And these are just not softwares that you download. You cannot download a blockchain software and GIS software and enable it with blockchain. We have to get into the nitty-gritties of what these technologies are all about. So in case we have to speak about blockchain associating with GIS. So I'll just mention about few possibilities in the less than 10 minutes that I have here. So these possibilities are just few, and whenever you search Google for blockchain enabled GIS or GIS enabled with blockchain, etc., so you might get some options. But the best thing about these technologies are you can think so many different things which are yet not available on a search engine. So these are the advantages of new technology. So first of all is supply chain. Supply chain blockchain allows potential to track in a supply chain. That means we'll just take an example. So blockchain for food use cases, in case we take the example. So I'll take a few examples for coffee, beer, or seafood or fish. So consumers here will be able to see exactly where their food came from, how it got to their table. Ultimately it increases the transparency, safety, and perhaps an ongoing awareness of what is being eaten by whom, and where exactly is the food coming from. Now this might not look a very attractive example for blockchain enabled GIS, but this is just one part of it, and this is a very critical part. Supply chain is a very critical part, and the examples that I have taken is just for food. Otherwise there are hundreds of other examples also. Next is Internet of Things. Internet of Things, we all know what the few lines define what Internet of Things are. So in case of Internet of Things, sensors play a critical role. They play a cardinal role in the actual functioning of a Internet of Things. And blockchain has got offered us smart contracts, etc., which means faster interaction with devices. For from a literature point of view of what is available in GIS and smart cities, we have got hundreds of possibilities. GIS in smart cities, for building better cities, real-time GIS, how GIS supports planning. So there is no dearth of literature in GIS and smart cities. Of course, now the question comes. So GIS is a technology that envelops our cities and lives ahead. Now the question is, all this is absolutely fine. We agree. The GIS and smart cities, they are the association is inevitable. But what is blockchain got to do with it? Now, few of the papers that I show here, securing smart cities using blockchain technology, how blockchain empowers smart cities, and again there are hundreds of papers here which are basically centering about the security part, repairing part, uh, taking on the middleman in various functions. And just to give you an idea of these last three papers, the blockchain secured smart buildings, these have been authored by me, so I'm generally aware that blockchain has got huge association with the GIS. Property rights, I'll not dwell upon this further, but it is self-explanatory that property rights, basically we are homing upon the ownership part. Spatial verification. Now, proof of location is one thing on which I'll spend about a minute. So proof of location is a person, he has the right to know, and the means whatever governance is following him, people are where they say they are. So proof of location, it confirms people where they are, and if they are exactly there where what they are claiming to be. In pandemic we had huge situations across the globe, like people moving around, moving out, unable to locate of where who's who, etc. So how blockchain can enable this? So users should own their personal location information, controlling when and with whom they choose to share their location. So apart from pandemic, we have got various applications, software that we use, that third parties keep tracking the people. So to avoid this, for example, pipeline industry connects far off places. Technicians, engineers, they keep making their routine inspection, websites, etc., and they are for compensated. But there is no way of ascertaining that whether the team actually went and did the inspection, because there are ways to spoof and trick the GPS. So what do we have? We have malpractice. So, but how do we ensure that malpractice is not there? So we have proof of location. Now, proof of location allows one to determine the location of an individual through activity recorded and shared. So this is the theoretical part. So what has got blockchain got to do with it? How this blockchain works here? So the highlighted text here, this says the network has nodes that report the location of devices, etc., in the region. Thus, with the information that is recorded, it becomes possible to determine where the device and one holding is. Exactly, these few lines mean a lot. Mean a lot in the sense, in case I wish to make you understand all this, I'll just take you through a video. So you'll be better assimilating it. So these are the zone anchors. So these are devices. For example, I have taken foam anchor. This is a foam protocol basically. So there are devices which are located in respective places. They sync with each other. They communicate with each other. They follow a firmware which is known by form. The customer walks in. He gives his location presence. He confirms his location in this particular area. He passes his tokens. He authenticates with his mobile device, etc. The thing is uploaded to the network, which is verified by the verifiers. These verifiers further upload it to the blockchain, and this blockchain is exactly like what I had shown you in the beginning, the blocks after blocks after block, and each thing is immutable. So at a bigger scale, when we speak not just of one person but of the cities, internet of vehicles, the vehicles are moving, they have to give their locations, the people are moving around, the citizens are moving around from one place to another, the supply chains, etc. So these basically give out a huge way of exploiting this proof of location. So we have, okay, now all this is fine, but then the question comes, we have digitized supply chains already, but why do we need blockchains? So main advantages are speed, transactions, data accessibility, and accuracy. And think of a traditional global supply chain setup wherein a shipment of goods will pass through dozens of supply chain partners, and each of them has got some kind of different firmware, software applications which are not incompatible, which are not compatible with each other. So there are data isolations. There are each firm, each company, whichever is maintaining their supply chain, has got a different self-maintained true version of what exactly happened behind. So companies, in case of blockchain, they don't need to reconcile the disparate versions. So blockchain will ensure that there is only one single version of truth that is to be maintained. So then the other one is location observation. Medical field, of course, I just mentioned pandemic, secure medical information, patients provided data, and then combining it with the insurance part, etc. So location becomes very important, and crypto spatial coordinates, they come here to the rescue in blockchain. So what exactly crypto spatial coordinates mean? Say they ensure that security of information is there, sharing of location, precise location is there, and immutable spatial context. So location standards as per UN, you can see 70% of the world is unaddressed. So what again, so this is one example of how the world has been divided into grids. These are various characters. So this is just another interpretation of geohash, what geohash is. Now to move into detail of what geohash is actually, there was one article on this geohash, particularly in geospatial world in September 2020. You can just have a read of that particular article. So we'll focus around T. Now what T is about, this is about India. So this grid, in case this is specifying India, so I'll just go to the Indian map. Okay, sorry.
Certain.
Yeah. So we'll go into this particular area. We'll zoom in, and that T, etc. So the more we zoom, the more precise we get. So more we zoom, we get more precise. TU63, etc. And more we zoom, TU63, etc. That's the complete address. Now, what has this got to do with our thing, blockchain? So these can be associated with Ethereum smart contract addresses. So which again gives us a very valuable contribution in terms of associating this blockchain and GIS. So, well, I had so much to say. Otherwise, I have still about 5-6 minutes, but it's all about the time constraint that I have. So that's all I have from my side. Otherwise, NFTs are there, geocaching is there. So this is all there. NFTs are coming up in a big way. You might have associated with the music industry, art, but with geocaching, etc. Again, the area, the domain becomes pretty large. Land registries, other plastic pollution, etc. These have got huge. So these are just the mentions and the domains wherein this can help. So thank you, Pankaj. My presentation, I'll just finish it off here. Thank you.
Thank you, Colonel Tiwari, for delivering this presentation. And it's really interesting to know how blockchain can improve the communication and enhance the security. Thank you so much for your presentation.